Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Learning with GP, where learning is simplified. Today we are going to learn how to become smart marketer and be able to successfully track our online marketing campaign. Let's first address the most important question, and that is, why should you track the progress of your online marketing? It's a great question. Well, imagine launching a spaceship and then never checking on it. Doesn't sound like a great idea, does it? Okay, if that doesn't convince you, then let's think about something closer to us. Let's say we pot a plant and leave it at that, and then come back after a month to collect flowers or fruits or herbs, depending on whatever we planted. It totally is not going to work because potting the plant is just not enough. That's just the starting point. You need to regularly tend to it, water it, change the soil if needed, check for weeds, unwanted bugs, etc. And only then can we expect a healthy plant in a month's duration. And if we are lucky, even some flowers or fruits. Similarly, it's important to track our marketing strategy regularly to know what exactly is its impact, which segments are doing well, which are not, and what's not working, what can we learn, and what can we improve, etc. factors. We can only do that by tending to it and checking on it from time to time. I hope that argument convinces you to track your marketing strategy, in case you haven't so far. To make sure that our marketing is well suited for tracking, it's very important to follow a smart marketing strategy. So by this, I don't just mean smart as in cool, clever strategy, but rather SMART, smart marketing method. This marketing method is like a checklist, which assists you in developing an all-rounder marketing campaign. Now let's break down all the components of the smart marketing method and see how can we do that. First comes the S, which stands for specific, meaning that all the marketing plans that you implemented should be goal-specific and should have concrete end goals. Something like, I would like to see a 10% increase in my revenue, or I would like an increase of 5% in my page depth per visit. Page depth means the number of different pages visited by the visitor on your website. By the way, I will cover all different types of digital marketing tracking elements such as page depth, CTA, etc. in my other videos. So don't forget to check them out as well. Then we have M for measurable, meaning that all the efforts that you put into the campaign should have a quantifiable parameter based on which you can literally calculate and assess the success of your work. So you need to set your KPIs. KPIs mean the key performance indicators. For example, when we said earlier that we want 10% increase in our revenues, then the increment in the revenue is basically your KPI for that goal. Let's take another example. Let's say if you are marketing to gain more customers, then the exact increment that you are expecting could be your S, meaning that is the specific goal, and the increase in the customers is a KPI. For such a goal, you should have a rough idea of the market you can capture, and based on that, you can assign a concrete goal for yourself. To find out how to estimate market size, take a look at my other video. I have put all the links in the description below. Okay, now we are at A, that is attainable. The goals that you set should be achievable. This is very important to understand and practice, as there can be a huge market for your product, but it's definitely not possible to capture all of it unless you are the only player in the market. So beware of the competitors and set goals that are realistic and achievable. Additionally, the goals should be within the capacity of the company to carry out. Because if it leads to something that can't be funded or carried out by the company, then it just won't work to begin with, or will stop halfway. So avoid that frustration and think about this point practically before laying down your strategy. R, which stands for relevant. In some places, you will also find that it stands for realistic. But I feel like I sort of covered that in the previous point with attainable, as it kind of can't be attainable without being realistic. And so I don't think having another point on realistic is quite messy. Messy stands for mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. In short, it means that all the points that you make should be relevant and cover all the issues related to the topic at hand, and should not be redundant or overlap with each other. If you want to know more about it, let me know in the comments below. So coming back to the R, which I am going by with relevant. Being relevant is the way to be effective and successful in the world of online marketing, and not ending up frustrated by the campaign results. The goals you set should be well aligned with the overall goals associated with the marketing and the organization as a whole. For example, let's say you are a skincare company, and as an organization, you are trying to gain more customers as a result of your campaign. In this case, if your marketing campaign focuses only on posting and tracking the likes and reads on the research articles or adverts you do on the ongoing work done by your team, then you won't quite end up with the tabs on your end goals of customer increment. So you need to be more targeted. It's good to have your customers interested and engaged, but you are looking for more than that here. You want them to make a purchase, and for that, along with other metrics, you also need to focus on the conversion factor, or something in the direction of accounting for when a sale is made or a subscription added or a form filled, and so on and so forth. In the hindsight, think about what factors led the customer to it. Google Analytics software can help you there quite a bit. So don't forget and stay relevant and solve the problem relevant to both the marketing team and the organization. Other uses for the word R include results-based, result-oriented, resource, realistic, reasonable, etc. In my view, you can choose whatever you feel best suits your strategy. But it should be messy, meaning that it's not already present in one of the other points so that we don't end up being redundant. Moving ahead to the T. T stands for timed or timely, another very important part of the campaign. Goals should have set and timed milestones. By this, I don't mean that there is a clock ticking. Okay, kind of always is, otherwise it will become an infinite process. Scratch that. Just think about it for your own benefit. As a marketer, you should have an idea of how long after you should start seeing results from a particular strategy that you implemented. If you don't, that's also not a problem, as there's always a first time for everything. Just use the all-powerful internet and read up a little, do some research in the area you are in, and benchmark the competitors or the other big fish in your area of expertise. How did they carry out their marketing cycle? What KPIs did they use? How long did it take them to hit those milestones? And check the associated KPIs for your business to get a head start. For example, okay, I started a month or two ago, and now after this particular implementation, I have noticed quantifiable changes in my journey towards the goals. And these are the changes in our set KPIs. In other words, I made this much progress in my customer acquisition target or subscription targets, etc. And on the other side, if we end up not making progress, then we will discover it early on in the process, as our set milestone won't be achieved, which will lead us to figure out why and where exactly is the missing link, or what are our remaining pain points. So we address them and improve our marketing strategy on the go for stronger and better impact. And just repeating myself once more here, you should definitely set milestones for tracking all your KPIs. So that wraps up our smart marketing strategy. Now, whenever thinking about your marketing strategy, you should make sure that all the smart parameters check out. Or when you are in doubt about a certain issue, just map it against your SMART scale and see where does it fit, and if it doesn't, then you need to give it another hard and long think before adding it to the platter. That's it for today. In other videos, I talk about how to make viral marketing splash, parameters that will help you track your marketing success, estimate your market size, and more. So do check them out. With these basic tips and tricks, you are going to be on a great path to start your marketing strategy. If there are any key points that you want me to talk about in detail, let me know in the comments below and I will get to them. Do subscribe to my channel and share the content with someone who can benefit from it or is looking for something like this. I will see you soon with more fun learning. Bye!